Hey everyone, how's it going? Sorry that there was no video last week. I've been feeling a little under the weather, nothing too bad, just mainly the sniffles and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. But so that's mainly why I didn't do a video. I just kind of wanted to rest up a little bit, and so if you really love my videos that much, which I don't think you do, I'm sorry. Anyway, as everyone knows, the 2012 Royal Rumble is this weekend, and it's shaping up to be a very great pay-per-view in my opinion. So, doing our typical rundown here, the World Heavyweight title will be defending a triple threat steel cage match. Daniel Bryan versus Mark Henry versus The Big Show. You have John Cena versus Kane in a singles match. CM Punk will defend his WWE Championship against the show-off, Dolph Ziggler. And, of course, the Royal Rumble match. Now, let's just go right down the line here. Yeah, I still have a little sinus build-up, like, right here. So if I'm grabbing right here, that's why. But, now, I think this is where Daniel Bryan's going to lose. I think, with his match with Mark Henry and The Big Show, I think he's going to do a lot of tactics that will be classified as wimpy or, just as a weasel, and just, I don't know. I think he'll try to stay out of as much as possible and have The Big Show and Mark Henry battle it out. But I think in the end it's going to backfire on him. So I don't see Daniel Bryan winning. He's had a great reign. I don't think anyone expected him to even do a little baby heel turn, but Daniel Bryan you gotta give credit where it's due, though. It's not like he didn't deserve to win. He's one hell of a competitor. I think he won it too soon, but that's not the point. The point is that I think that Daniel Bryan is going to lose, and if I had to guess, if I was a gambling man, I would say The Big Show would win, making him that champion that he said took 9 years in the making, and so, hopefully, possibly, congrats to The Big Show. John Cena versus Kane. This match, like any Cena match, I don't care about. That's just how it is. It's Cena. It's going to be repetitive. It's going to be much of the same. The only difference I see with this match is since it's Kane might get the upper hand, and that upper hand might be his. So, it would be a great way, in a way, to turn Cena slightly heel, but not 100% full-blown, overdriven, I should say, heel. You gotta keep in mind, his match with The Rock is rapidly coming up in April, and, like every match, there has to be a good guy and a bad guy. That's just, wrestling logic, and, if they want to keep that up, they're not going to turn Cena into, 100% heel. I think he might do some heelish things, but I think after the match with The Rock, then he'll go back to being his usual self, and, you can't see me, as Rock likes to say. And when I make my WrestleMania video, I'm going to have a lot to say about that match. Just fair warning, everyone. But, I think John Cena will win. As usual, I don't want Cena to win, but I'm going to say John Cena will win that match. CM Punk taking on Dolph Ziggler, the show-off Dolph Ziggler, for the WWE Championship with John Laurinaitis, the Funk Man, as the guest referee. I think what's going to happen is Dolph Ziggler is going to win. And people will be like, what? That's so stupid. But just hear me out. This is just a small hunch I have. He's going to win the title, Dolph. And from there, I think Monday, since that's when John Laurinaitis gets his review by Triple H, I think that Triple H will say, you interfered in the match, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. And then I think he'll say, but to strip Dolph Ziggler of the title would be unfair, considering he did win it. But I can have CM Punk, use his rematch clause, and that's when CM Punk will face Dolph Ziggler for the title at Monday Night Raw, I think. And then I think that's when CM Punk will win. That's just a hunch I have, I'm not saying it's going to happen. It could go a completely different way. I don't know, but I mean, like I said, that's just a hunch I have. Now, the match everyone loves, probably the greatest match in WWE's history, the 30-man Royal Rumble. Sometimes it's less. We've seen a 20-man Royal Rumble match. We've seen a 40-man Royal Rumble match. So, it always varies, but this year it is 30. 30 of WWE superstars. Mick Foley, The Miz, Wade Barrett, Sheamus are some of the people who will be in it for sure. No, a coworker of mine had the greatest idea for Chris Jericho to win the Rumble. This was, granted Jericho went the Rumble without talking, and still didn't say one word, not one word. What my friend's idea was to have number 20 and 29 battle in the ring, and they both get eliminated at the same time. Number 30 comes out, and it's Chris Jericho. He doesn't have to do anything to win the Rumble. He just runs around, high-fives people. Yeah, I won the Rumble! And then, in a way, use that as momentum to set up a great, amazing feud with CM Punk. But, he spoke on Monday Night Raw. We saw the return of the Jeritron and the highlight reel. Although it was kind of a really pointless highlight reel. For those who missed it, he basically hyped up the crowd as usual, and he grabbed a mic and said, "This Sunday will be the end of the world as you know it," which was basically the punchline of all those cryptic videos. So, I think, I'm going to guess 3 guys to win the Rumble, because to pick 1 out of 30, that's not necessarily astronomical, but it would take a little bit. The least likely of my 3, I can't really, I'll say it, Drew McIntyre. He's like the NFL team that is in the hunt for the playoffs, but they're not going to win no matter what. That's Drew McIntyre for me. It's like, in the back of my mind, something tells me it would be great storyline-wise to have him win. That said, that would mean that they're putting a hell of a lot of confidence in him, and I don't think they're ready to do that yet. So, I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. He's going to be in the back of my mind. The second one I have, and I think this would be a great way to really kick things off for him, is Wade Barrett. You talk about a guy who's done so much, and he's gotten very little in return, it seems. He's had a lot of high-profile feuds and some great matches, but, he's won titles, but it won't, at the stage Wade Barrett is at right now, I say give him a shot. He doesn't have to win at WrestleMania, but just give him that momentum and see what he can do with it. And I think Wade Barrett can do great things with that momentum. Only time will tell, though, and I think the Royal Rumble would be a great start. I think what would hold him back, though, to win it, it just depends on who is all in it. And I think, depending on that list, I think it's possible Barrett might not win, because there might be someone else that WWE thinks, okay, this person deserves it more than you. Like I said, it's just another one of those things that I want Wade Barrett to win, I just don't think he will. And number 1, my pick to win the Royal Rumble, drumroll, is Chris Jericho. And the reason why I say that is because not only of this, feud, they're saying he's going to be in with CM Punk, which would be amazing, by the way. They would be morons not to put CM Punk and Chris Jericho in a match together. But, he just got back. The best way to build momentum is to do something high-profiled. And, for example, when he came back, his second coming, his first real feud was against Shawn Michaels. And, so I think, they have to go along those lines now. And I think that with this time, it's not necessarily a wrestler he needs to get into a high-profile feud with. I think he needs to win that one match. And I think that this Sunday will be that one match that he comes in and he just tears the roof off the place. Maybe it'll come down to Chris Jericho and Randy Orton, And I think if that's the case, then I think Jericho will win. No, I mean, it is in St. Louis, so the obvious thing would be to say, oh, Randy Orton's going to win because they're in his hometown. Yes and no. I mean, look, Royal Rumble's WrestleMania season. You gotta start thinking towards April 1st in Miami. You gotta think about that one night from now on. You can't think of short-term plans, you know? You have to start building. And to have Randy Orton win simply because it's in his hometown, that just doesn't cut it. If it was a short-term plan and, you know, WrestleMania wasn't closer, I'd say, yeah, go for it. But it's not. And so for them to have Orton win, I think would just be stupid, quite honestly. But, yeah, those are my picks. What do you guys think? So, leave a comment and all that great stuff, and we're almost to Sunday, so thanks for watching, and see you again.